Hi, and welcome to the Health for Life podcast for those who want to build strong trucks and strong bodies. This is Kevin Muniz and Maya Hickman, your wellness team, bringing you practical tips and tricks to improve your health.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for listening in. We are in the middle of the summer, as you'll know, and I know I don't have to tell you this. It's been really hot outside. If you're anything like me, you have been spending quite a bit of time by the lake or by the pool trying to cool off, which brings us to our topic today of heat, hydration, and skin health.
Yes, July is National UV Awareness Month, and there's no better time to discuss the importance of hydration and skin protection. So, 1 in 5 Americans will develop skin cancer by the age of 70, and having 5 or more sunburns doubles your risk for melanoma. But the good news is early skin cancer detection can result in a 99% survival rate.
Yeah, prevention really is crucial when it comes to skin cancer. When we're young, we tend to focus on having fun on the sun and we're often not very kind to our skin. I recall spending every summer day by the pool as a kid without putting any sunscreen on. Now, I'm lucky, my skin tone is not very fair and I don't burn that easily, or I would have been in trouble by now. Kevin, you, on the other hand, your natural skin tone is a little bit fairer than mine.
Oh, yes. As a fair skinned ginger, I definitely need to take a close eye on my skin during the summer.
Would you mind sharing the ABCDE of skin self-check with us?
Oh, yeah, I'd be happy to. So, the ABCDEs of self checking of skincare is A is the asymmetry. This is where one part of a mole is different from the other side. And this could be raised versus flat or a different color or a different shape. B is the border. Normal moles should have round edges. So if they have jagged edges or notched edges, they should probably be looked at. C is for color. A single shade of brown is normal, but when it starts changing colors or even adding in a little red or a white tint, they should also get looked at. D is diameter. Small is okay. It's when the spot becomes larger over time is when you should start getting concerned. So if it gets larger than a pencil eraser, you want to start to take action on that. And then E is evolution. So keeping a close eye on your spots to make sure that they don't go through the A, B, C, Ds, and you can keep that eye out.
Great info. Thank you so much. I'd also like to add that it is a good idea to take a look at your skin now and get familiar with what your moles look like. That way, if you do notice any changes down the road, you can be proactive and have them checked by your dermatologist.
Absolutely, and I am walking the walk and talking the talk. And in this month of July, I have my dermatologist appointment to get mapped and have everything looked at. So let's talk about prevention. I would like to share just a few tips for sun safety. So the first one is to, it sounds obvious, seek shade. So sit under an umbrella, a patio, a tree, but you want to stay out of the direct sun if possible. Number two would be put on protective clothing like a long sleeve shirt, pants, a wide brim hat, or even clothes that are specifically made to keep you safe from the sun. They do make clothes that have a quote unquote SPF protection to them. And then third, which is, should not be forgotten either, is slather on the sunscreen.
This is excellent advice and something we can all easily do. I would like to provide some additional information related to sunscreens and how to choose the right one, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, please do, because that would be helpful.
So we should be looking for a broad spectrum sunscreen. This means we will be protected from both UVA and UVB rays. Ideally, we need SPF, which stands for sun protection factor of 30 or higher. It should be water resistant to stay on our body through all the sweating and swimming. This means you will be protected for 40 minutes or even up to 80 if you choose very water resistant. It should be applied 30 minutes before going outside and reapplied every 2 hours or after sweating excessively or swimming. We want to apply sunscreen pretty generously. It takes about 1 ounce to cover an adult body. And keep in mind that sunscreen is protecting us not only from burns, but also from the UV radiation, which is actually proven to cause most of the skin cancers.
That is excellent info there. So I am curious. So we all know that sun exposure is important in getting our vitamin D levels up. Will sunscreen prevent any vitamin D absorption in any kind of way?
This is an excellent question. UVB rays are needed to activate vitamin D so our body can use it. For those of us who have low vitamin D levels, and it is good to check that, I would recommend talking to your provider about checking your vitamin D levels. As vitamin D is very important for immune function, many other functions. It may be worth asking your provider if they would recommend allowing 10 to 15 minutes of time in the sun twice a week or maybe even more before applying sunscreen to help raise your vitamin D levels. Again, check with your provider and remember to apply sunscreen after the recommended time.
That's a good idea. So I want to take this time now to transition into hydration, which is another important summer topic.
Definitely super easy to get dehydrated when it is really hot outside. Thirst, obviously, is the first sign that you're already dehydrated.
Yeah, and working in the fitness center as a trainer, I have seen my fair share of negative side effects from inadequate hydration. I mean, this could be anything from muscle cramps to muscle weakness, rapid heart rate and breathing, headaches, dizziness. Some extreme cases, people could even pass out from dehydration.
Oh, wow, we definitely want to prevent that. Now, don't forget, our bodies are made up of about 65% water. So it makes sense that we need to be replacing it throughout the day, especially on hot days when we sweat more.
Yeah, and we have like 2.5 million sweat glands working to keep us cool. So generally speaking, we need around that 8 to 10 8-ounce glasses of water per day. But there are several factors that depend on this, which include your activity and body size. So the best thing to do with that is going to be to listen to your body. If you're thirsty, if you notice your urine's a little bit darker or you feel lightheaded, you might need to drink a little bit more water. Which brings me to my next question for you, Maya. What should we drink and what beverages should we avoid?
I actually hear this question a lot. Without a doubt, water is the best choice, right? We need water. Water is what hydrates our bodies. This includes seltzer waters, sparkling flavored waters that are very popular these days, and some of the flavored waters and flavor mix are okay as well. I would just recommend to make sure that they are sugar-free. I would not recommend caffeinated drinks, so coffee, Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, etc., as caffeine unfortunately will lead to water loss and make you even more dehydrated. So it might feel good at the moment you're drinking, you're cooling off, but it will have the other effect of the one that you are wanting at the time. I would also recommend to not rely on sports drinks such as Gatorade, Powerade, and similar, unless you are an athlete or exercising for a prolonged period of time. These drinks also are loaded with sugar and extra calories. And finally, don't drink too much juice either, as they can be high in sugar, even if that sugar is natural from fruit, and can rapidly elevate your blood sugar levels. So in short, there's no alternative to water, plain old water.
That's excellent info. Thank you. I can add a couple other tips to make sure that you're getting enough. And that's one thing is going to be carry a water bottle with you. So having access to water makes it much easier to consume it. If you need to, set a reminder on your phone or your Outlook calendar. Like have a drink right before a meal. Maybe eat foods that are high in water content, like a watermelon, cantaloupe, other actual fruits. And then even some of the vegetables like lettuce, cabbage, celery, and zucchini.
Those are all really wonderful ideas. Thanks for that.
All right, so if you guys have any questions about hydration, skin health, or any other aspects of your health, please reach out to us or schedule an appointment with your provider.
Yes, it's so encouraging to know that we have so much control over our health. And thank you all for listening. And for more tips, reach out to Maya Hickman at premisehealth.com and
Kevin.Muniz at consultant.volvo.com. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great day.
bye-bye, everybody.